Hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. I hope that you're getting to enjoy some sunshine if you've got it where you are. I definitely have it here. It is so warm that we do not have the Boss Kitty vest on tonight. It's one of those nice, hot summer, I guess, technically spring evenings where it's just too warm. We have AC, but I think TK just turned it on. I'm going to be honest. So you guys get me in all my polka dot glory. I hope that's okay. So if you're joining us tonight, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here with us, and we appreciate you guys being flexible. We are having some internet issues on Wednesday, so we've postponed the show to tonight. So I appreciate it if you postponed or canceled that date you had. That reunion you had to go to, that big important Friday night thing that you decided you needed to do, you pushed that back. I really appreciate that. And if you didn't have anything like that, let's pretend you did so that we all sound super cool. And I'll just, be very humbled that you decided to spend the evening with me instead. Arizona 54 and thunderstorms. Oh my gosh, that actually sounds really nice. Sorry. You're going camping tomorrow. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. This is it's like a pants thing. It's a whole jumper, and I love it, and I've had it for years, and I wear it at least once or twice every summer. If it still fits. I fluctuate. Hi, how I disappear. I have a piece of hair right here, and I cannot, for the life of me, get it off my face. So maybe that will be what happens tonight, is that we just sit here and pick up my face. Last summer you were having a mental health thing. You didn't make it out much. I'm glad that you're getting out this summer though. TK and I are going to the coast tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh, did I catch it? Maybe? Once I finally catch it, I can like wish on it, right? Like a dandelion or something. Maybe that was it. I don't even know. Because I have no game this weekend, and that's exciting. I mean, it's sad for game, but exciting to spend the weekend with my husband, right? We're gonna go to the coast. He's probably gonna buy some comic books. I don't know what else we're doing. And then we're working on the house on Sunday, because that's what we do now, and we get super excited about it. 64 degrees Fahrenheit and rain tomorrow. I would like some rain, honestly. I know, I'm very, very, I'm very spoiled in the sense that I can say I'm going to the beach willy-nilly like that. We live like, I think 40 minutes from the coast, from the Pacific Northwest coast to the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, which is cold as balls, but I'll still jump in when TK's turned the other way, because that's what I grew up with. Hi, Polly Knits, how are you? Local jury duty yesterday. Got home from work today to federal jury summons. Oh my gosh, bam, bam, one right after the other. I don't think I've ever had federal jury summons. 75 degrees there in Idaho. Howdy to you as well, Laurel. How are you? So we have finished Connor McCow's head, right? Here it is right here in all of its Highland cow glory. It's very flat right now, but this is how it's going to look. So now we need to do the underside of him. Whoop, down here. And that's what we're going to work on tonight. He's got a lot of hair going on, you guys. I feel like he needs a haircut, but whatever. Real quickly though, before we get into this, please keep in mind that the blue box set, which is our Doctor Who inspired box set, drops on May 26th for our patrons. That's 2 box sets because it is bigger on the inside. We're going to have a box set that is dedicated to our doctors from Doctor Who, and then a box set that's dedicated to our enemies and allies. And TK and I decided that our patron-exclusive colorway, that we would have 2 of those as well, because we couldn't just have one. So the patron poll for the patron-exclusive colorways, and there are 2 polls, those close tonight at midnight. So if you have not voted yet and you're a patron, go into patreon.com/bosskitty and vote, please. I think about half of our patrons have voted at this point. So, like any election, we want as many people to put their 2 cents in as possible. If you're not a patron and you really want to be one, this is a great time to sign up, because if you signed up right now, you'd still be able to go vote. As long as you sign up before midnight tonight Pacific time, which is when I'm closing the polls down. I believe right now that for the Doctor inspired box set, I believe the 10th Doctor is in the lead for the patron exclusive colorway, and I believe for our allies and enemies, or enemies and allies, is that what it's called? What's in the lead right now? Oh, Captain Jack Harkness is in the lead right now, but there's a lot. TK's not happy about that. There's a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of colorful stuff out there. And just because it's on the Patron poll doesn't necessarily mean it won't be available to the rest of the public, unless that's the one they choose. What? I just said that. Okay, get in here. He said he wasn't going to watch this show tonight. I knew he wasn't real. If you only... No, you can't. So there's one colorway attached to each set, which I'm just going to get into. So if you buy the Enemies and Allies set, you can buy the Patron-exclusive colorway for that set. If you buy the Doctor Who, the Doctor box set, then you can buy the colorway inspired by that box set. You can't crisscross applesauce. You can't just buy the colors or the Patron-exclusive colors, and they are $20 extra each per box set. So that's how that works. I hope that was helpful. You're here just finishing up some sort of art show for coming up in a few weeks. Very exciting, Brittany. He didn't even see it. He told me he wasn't going to watch tonight, and I think he caught the first part, and he's like, oh, she has to talk about this, but she's right. He doesn't like Captain Jack. What? Okay, he doesn't like the actor. We'll put it that way, and I understand why. There's been a lot of questionable stuff that's come up with John Barrowman, and, you know, so I totally get that. But it's also, I also don't think it's his favorite character either. But you have to also remember that TK grew up with old Doctor Who, like OG Doctor Who, right? So he really loves those characters. They're sentimental to him. So, yeah. You're shook. There you go. He's going to start now, which is fine. I thought you weren't watching the show tonight. He's like, I'm going to relax. I'm just going to chill, have a nice day. It's so pretty outside. I was like, you do that, baby. Here he is watching the show because he loves me. He can't get enough of my adorable face. Okay, let's get to it, you guys. Here it is. We're going to start on the bottom section with this right here. If you're just joining us for the first time, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, wow. Thank you for being a friend indeed. And to show our love and consideration for all of our beautiful subscribers out there, we do a little game show at 3 times through each show. So it's going to happen in about 10 minutes for the first round. It's called the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. You can win some really cool stuff, but you're only eligible to play if you are 1, a subscriber, and 2, you chatted up with us. You just have to say 1 or 2 things in the next 10 minutes and you'll be eligible to play. So Rat, there might be a Ramona colorway. There's just not one listed on the Patron exclusive options. TK and I, okay, let's just talk Doctor Who for a second. TK and I come from 2 very different worlds of Doctor Who, right? Like there's a generation gap between the 2 of us, and generally it's not too big of a deal. And I'd say it's half a generation gap. It's usually not that big of a deal, but every now and then it pops up. And so I'm very much New Who, he's very much Old Who. I can respect Old Who and he can respect New Who. There's certainly aspects of each of those that we both like, but we have our sides. Much like the Saturday morning cartoon set that we did, this will have probably roughly 50% New Who and 50% Old Who in it. It's going to be a nice mix. And I'm going to mostly leave the Old Who options to him, and he's going to mostly leave the New Who options to me. Because we trust each other, and that's how partnerships work, right? Like, you get the people who are invested in both those things, you smash them together, and it's this beautiful glob of delightful timey-wimey bullshit. We agree on we do agree on number 12. Do you know why we agree on number 12? Because I married Peter Capaldi. Let's just all be honest about this. I love Ramona too. Hope you are all well. Trina, I hope you're well as well. Well as well. I'm glad I reminded you about voting as well. Go over there and get it done. You're doing your chair blanket as finger knitting instead of crochet, and it's going much faster. Oh my gosh, I bet it is. Okay, so we are on the underpiece. We're going to cast on 6 stitches in this little glorious white color right here. We had field day at school today. Kids had fun, but I bet it... Oh, God, that sounds exhausting. You haven't seen any Doctor Who. Polly, that's okay. You still know what Doctor Who is, and you'll still be able to enjoy and look at all the pretty colors that we come out with over the next week. So we will be doing sneak peeks of colorways all next week, and then we will have the big Patron-exclusive early release party for the blue box set next Friday, so a week from today on the 26th, and it will start at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. And it usually goes for about 45 minutes to an hour. It might go a little longer, might go a little less. You never know. And basically what we do during those is we just have a blast. I show off all the colors. I show them together. You guys have, and our patrons have 48 hours early to purchase their box sets. They are all pre-orders, but the patrons will get fulfilled first. And then on Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, they will be available to the rest of the public. And then clearly that following Monday, I will show off all the colors as well. Okay, so we've done that. We're going to knit and then we're going to purl. Do you have watch 11 in order to understand 12? No. Honestly, I don't. So I don't really think that you need to watch any of them in order to really understand much, other than maybe that first season with any doctor where they've changed from one persona to the next. There are a few little throwbacks that don't make as much sense unless you've watched 11 or 10 and so on and so forth, right? Like there is a short towards the end of his run, River Song story arc briefly with Peter Capaldi, and that probably makes less sense if you haven't watched the Matt Smith stuff. And that's okay too. I mean, it's still a sweet little episode. What are the colors on the table? What a great question. So we have out today for you loves. Oh, my fingers look so orange in this, and they're actually like bright ass red. We have Balrog right here, which is a in BKDK weight, and this is one of our Lord of the Rings inspired colorways. And then we have Larkspur in Cat's Cradle. And then I have Brass Monkey and BKDK as well. And these all look great together because these two are undertones, which means they have this as a base. All right, purl the backside. River Song is an option on there as well, Elizabeth, for the patron-exclusive colorway. So when we're doing colorways, I want you guys to keep some things in mind. The patrons are going to be able to choose whatever they want to choose, and that's totally fine. When TK and I are choosing colorways for the box set, or boxed sets, plural, we have to be really mindful of color scheme as well. So I purposely put David Tennant in as an option because I can't necessarily put both 10 and 11 in the box set. And I knew that that would be difficult for people and be difficult for me, quite frankly. And the reason for that is because their color schemes are very, very similar. There are a few differences here and there, but not a ton. Certainly in clothing, I mean, it looks very different, and they are very different personas, but color scheme-wise, it's very similar. Same thing with Captain Jack and with River Song. They're very similar color schemes. They're not the exact same. She has a few more olives and browns, and he has more blues, but then when you get back into like 10 and 11, and it's a whole thing. Whereas some of the older doctors and older companions and older enemies, they're much more colorful, which will be nice for that nice pop of color. 13 is a very colorful doctor, which is really great and exciting. You know, there are certainly options in there for that. Don't ask me for a Clara colorway because I can't stand her, and I refuse. I absolutely refuse to make it. I love you all, but I refuse. That's where I draw my line. What does BK? Oh, okay, so carrying on. BK just stands for Boss Kitty. DK is a weight of yarn, and so when we came out with our DK weight, Rat actually was very clever, and we did like a R2D2 type thing where we named it BKDK. So that's just the name of the colorway. Cat's Cradle is our fingering weight yarn. So that's our basic skinnier weight yarn, and then this is our heavier weight yarn. And what that means basically is that the yarn itself is fatter on the DK, and both of these have 4 ounces. They both weigh 4 ounces, but this has more yardage in it because there's the yarn itself is skinnier, so it takes more yarn to make up those 4 ounces. So this has 460 yards in it, whereas this has like 230. So it's about half and half. Half and double, I guess. Third Doctor is your favorite. He is an option for a patron exclusive colorway. He's one of my favorites too. And you don't realize how much his son looks like him until you're watching Gotham, and then it blows your freaking mind. Okay. Knit 1, and then knit front back 3 times, then knit 2. Oh, TK, that's the cutest thing you've ever said. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to knit 2. And then, guess what, guys? Just like that, we're 3 rows in, and it doesn't matter because it's time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. Let's head on over, grab our keyboard, hide our bra. Sorry. My little shawl's not cutting it tonight. Oh, so risque. Okay, so let's Doctor Who Magic the Gathering. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way and then head right into our winner. See what they have to say. This is Larkspur. Yes, that is correct. Thank you. Polly Knits, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups tonight. You believe you haven't watched. He was your first one. I think he's a lot of people's first. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our wheel back up.
Goodbye.
What? No. Why do you do that to me? There we go, wheel. Hello. So, Polly, I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel for you, and you could win some good stuff. You might win some bad stuff. Let's find out. We've got Yarn Tarot. We've got free shipping, both international and domestic. We've got Ask Animal Sounds. We still have Dad advice. The computer's up and running. We just got to get them up here. My apologies. We should have them by Monday. I know I keep pushing that out. We have Game Over, unfortunately. Blinky rolls, which we've had a ton of lately. Merch codes for stickers and buttons. Ravelry patterns for up to $5 or $10. And that is what is on this beautiful wheel, Polly. So let's see what happens. Let me spin it for you. Game over. No!
Game over.
I'm sorry, Polly, but thank you so much for being a subscriber. We are thrilled to have you as part of this community and part of the Boss Kitty family. And the plus side is it means you are able to play again on Monday. So thank you for that. We'll get the heck out of here.
Bye.
By yourself. Yeah, TK is right. Each one of the doctors is a singular entity. They have their own mindset. They have their own new personality, but they certainly remember their previous versions of themselves. It breaks your heart. It breaks my heart. It's my fault this time. He finally got the computer up and running, and I promptly threw a bunch of yarn on it. 100% my fault. I know that wheel's the worst. Happy Friday, Dawn. How are you? Okay. Beautiful. So you got that going. We're glad you're here too. It can be confusing. It's not. So, Loon, the reason for it, I believe, and TK can tell me if I'm wrong, is that the original doctor that they had, he did it for a really long time, and then he got super sick, and the show was so popular they didn't want to end it. And so they came up with this clever idea that when the doctor dies, he or she becomes a new version of themselves. And they just kind of change. Later on, it's kind of implied that to some degree he or she has control over who they become. Not entirely, but to a point at least. So we're going to do it 6 times now. So knit 1 and then knit front back 6 times. 1. You got your yarn yesterday. Yay! 2. 3. 4. I hope you love it so much, Anastasia. 5. 1 more. 6. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited it's the weekend. And the further things, the previous versions, as though they did them, I don't know. The Time Lords are different. Time Lords are weird. You brought up Boss Kitty yarn at your local yarn shop. They said they were really excited. Oh, Megan, that's exciting. Reach out to me and let me know what the yarn shop is called, and I will actually reach out to them as well. So that way we've got it, you know, I can reach out to them too and try to get that going. Oh, actually, I think you already did mention it to me, didn't you? I think you already did reach out to me. So I will definitely reach out. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. What made me get into yarn dyeing? You guys want to hear this story? Half this group has heard this story so many times, it's not even funny. Yeah, I'll definitely tell you all about that. Once upon a time, there was a girl and a boy living in a tiny little apartment complex, broke as shit. And their families were broke too. And so one holiday season, they decided that they were going to make gifts for everybody, but they didn't want to make, like, you know, coupon books and shit like that. They wanted to be clever about it. And so the girl had been knitting for years and years and years and years. And her mother spun and knit and crocheted. And her brother was an avid crocheter and knitter. Her brother's favorite color was the color of a bruise. And so the girl decided she was going to hand dye her brother some yarn and try to make it the color of a bruise because she had never seen anything like that before. And so the color Nurple was created in that very tiny little kitchen in that teeny tiny little apartment complex. It looks nothing like a bruise. It's a very royal purple. But the girl had so much fun dyeing the yarn, and she was so excited when she saw the look on her brother's face when he opened it that she, in that moment, decided that was what she wanted to do with her life. Because, you know, America and all of its BS and says, you know, live the American dream. Even working for the state, I mean, I'll be working for somebody for the rest of my life. So I might as well work for myself, right? Yeah. So that's my dream. But yeah, I enjoyed how much excitement my brother got out of that yarn, and I had so much fun dyeing it, and found that I had an eye for putting colors together for that kind of thing. And also I was, at the time, I mean, this was back in 2015, 2016. At the time, there were not a lot of bright colors that were available from indie dyers, and I was really tired of the pastels and the very neutral, calm tones. Like, these are neutral technically, but they're still vibrant. These were all very pale, very neutral, very soft, and there are reasons for that. For one thing, it was in, but for another thing, it's cheaper, quite frankly, to do that because you're using less dye. I wanted colorways that were bright and obnoxious and happy and forced you to be in a good mood when you were working with them, or at least feel passionate about what you were doing. And I wanted them to have silly names that were inspired by pop culture and nerdy things. At the time, I think I was working at the comic book shop. Maybe not, though, but still. So everything in my life was inspired by those types of things. And thus, Boss Kitty was born. So that's how that happened. I actually dyed yarn the first time in my life while I was working in a yarn shop years and years before that. But I didn't realize how much I loved it until then. Thank you. Why you guys are referring to them as numbers and not names. Yes, so that is why we're referring to them as numbers and not names. So the Doctor box set, the box set that'll have the Doctor colors in it will not have names of colorways. They will have numbers. So 4, 10, 11, 13, 2, 3, whatever it is. I'm going to tell you right now, 1 and 2 are not going to be in there because they're black and white, guys. But yeah, so those will have numbers instead of clever, witty names because that is kind of the clever, witty name, right? We're always going to be the norm. Exactly. Oh, they do say knit and purl. That was my gift to myself for my 40th birthday this last year. Was my little tattoos. My mom's response and my mother-in-law's response were the same. Well, if they make you happy, dear, that's all that matters. Actually, my mom even went further. She's like, I really like the font. She's, oh, I have chalk on me. She feels like they look like prison tattoos. Okay, where are we with this thing? So now we're gonna do knit 1, slip 1, knit 1, pass over. Then we're gonna knit 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Casey, anytime. I love telling people I love answering questions like that. The more you guys want to know about me, the better. Seriously, I will never have a problem talking about stories in my life, embarrassing things or not embarrassing things. Whatever helps inspire you guys to do the things that you want to do or makes you realize you're not the only goofballs, I'm here for it. Thank you for asking. You're looking well. Oh, thank you. I do feel really good. Thank you for telling me that. And I can appreciate the good tired, right? Like that's the productive tired. I was out and I did things and I had a good time. God, I need to cut my bangs. They're in my face all the time. So, did I meant 30th? Oh, Matt, thank you. I wish. No, I turned the big 40 this last January, and then I got my tat. Well, I got my tats in November, technically, but I was like, I guess I'm 40. Let's buy a house. It's not really quite how that went down. I didn't even have a birthday party. We didn't do a 40th birthday party. We were going to do it this summer, but now we're going to have a housewarming party instead. So there, I'd prefer that, quite frankly. Okay, let's purl the backside. Do I have a favorite color? David, that is a great question. Are you asking me if I have a favorite colorway or a favorite color in general? If you're asking about a favorite color in general, that's a... So growing up, my favorite color was red. Like a blue tone red, like that deep, deep red. Not this red, not like 1950s lipstick red, but like a nice, true, deep red, right? From probably like age 5 until age 35, that was my favorite color. And in the past 5 years or so, it's changed. I don't know if I have a favorite color anymore. I really love green tones. I love teal. Teal is really high up there, but I also love mustard. So teal and mustard, probably. Thank you. It is very hot here, Trina. But as far as colorways go, as far as Boss Kitty colorways go, do I have a favorite color? Larkspur is really high up on that list. Let's just do one out of all of them. So the undertones, I would say Larkspur. Maybe Bruiser, though. Of all of the solids, Princess of Mars. Of all the speckles, man, oh man, speckles are hard. Probably Havisham. I love Havisham. I love the way the purple breaks on that. It's just really neat. Thank you, Rat. That's so sweet. They do go really well together. It's like they were meant to be. When you got your collarbone and hands tatted, your mom had an aneurysm. Completely ignoring that I had already had my temple tattooed for a decade at that point. I have a huge tattoo on my back of like the triple moon goddess and a Ouroboros. And then there's a septagram in the middle of it. I got that when I was 21, I think. It goes all the way across my shoulders, and I need to get it updated. Like I need to add to it because it's pretty boring right now. But she had no problem with that. It's just the placement of the fact that they're she's like, well, aren't you worried about your job? I'm like, I work from home. And even if I didn't, they say knit and purl. Who are they going to offend? Let's see here. So we're going to do that. Nope. Now we're going to change the main working color. So we've done everything we're supposed to do here. Let me double check my stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this has 13 still. So we need to do... Oh, snap. Okay, I screwed up. So after I did that slip knit over there, I was supposed to decrease over here with knit 2s. But instead of going all the way down, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to go back here, I think. No, I actually do have to go all the way back on the purl side. I might as well. It's not going to hurt anything. I won't go back both rows, all 4 rows. I'll just go back this 1 row and fix it from there. And that way I can show you guys how to do that. So I forgot to do 2 of my decreases. I forgot to do a decrease on 2 different rows. If I had gone any further than that, I would have to frog back to it because trying to undo that any further back and you're going to have a really weird tension issue. But this is close enough that I should be fine. So, well, I did it there. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I did it wrong there, though. Also interesting. Okay, let's take a look here real quickly. So I did my slip right there, and then I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I've only done the 1 row. Wow. I'm going to knit 2 together, like I just did. I'm going to learn to trust myself. We're going to purl again, and then we'll do that second row. There's a time in a woman's life when she decides whether teal or magenta is her new favorite color. My evidence is every mom I've ever met loves magenta or teal. Teal it's such a great color. It's the best of both blue and green. I think everybody needs to have a good summer color they love, and they need to have a good fall color they love. Thus, teal and mustard. Although, I'm not ashamed to say that hot ass pink and bright highlighter yellow are high up on my lists these days. Orange or brown, not so much. I love oranges. I love oranges when they look like this. We used to have like a hunter orange color. People either loved it or hated it, and it did not sell as well as it should have, so we had to get rid of it, unfortunately. It's called Super Scion. It was very, very bright. So 2, slip, knit. It is 2, right? No, it's 1. Hot mess, BK. I don't know why I said TK. Slide that right over, and then it should be 7 stitches. 2, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and then we're going to knit these 2 together right here. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll go ahead and pop that one off. So now we'll go ahead and do our purl row, and then we're going to switch over to our main color. What time is it? You guys have 15 minutes until our next round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, guys. Oh, mustard yellow is good with everything. You have one of the last gains of that orange. You love it, but you still haven't figured out what on earth you're going to do with it, right? It's a fun orange. It's just a lot. I recommend it for color work. Or gloves. I made a pair of fingerless mitts out of it, and I freaking loved them so much. They were very bright. Easy to see. Okay. So there you go. We have the bottom part of our muzzle, right? This guy right here. They should kind of match up, I think. I don't know. I mean, I assume that they're going to match up, but look. They do, you guys. Burp, 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 burp. Hello, my name is Connor McCow. Moo, moo, moo. Kiss me if you can. I don't know why I'm making him kiss other than he has duck lip. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use our snips, and I can't find my snips, so we're going to use my cuticle snips because I have like 5 pairs of these. Bam. Do that one more time. There we go. Excellent. And then we're going to pick up our main color. Not from him, though. From him. And in fact, before we do that, I'm actually going to take this off of here because I hate pulling from a skein like this. And we're going to go ahead and ball this up. So everybody has their own personal feelings on this. The new puppy just peed in there. Oh no. Got any stories of your kitties doing something memorable, preferably messy? Oh man. Well, yes, I will give you a story for each kitty. We'll start with the youngest. We'll start with Zuzu. Zuzu, as most of you know, is a street kid. She's our little punk rock kitty. She was found on the streets by the shelter that took her in, and then the woman who fostered her for a while is the same one that fostered Gracie. She's amazing. So she's a little skittish. We've talked about that too. Like, she likes to take food and run with it because she doesn't trust people. So I've been pretty lucky with my cats as far as fiber goes. Gracie has a little bit of an issue where she likes to chew on yarn. That's really been about it. Con likes to steal it from time to time, but not particularly. There is a skein of widow flower mohair ball that Zuzu tracks down at this point. Like, I've taken it out of the inventory because I've given up. She tracks it down. She takes it back to the bedroom. Every time she takes it to the same place. She takes it back to the bedroom. She puts it on the bed where she sleeps, and she makes a nest out of it. She doesn't hurt the yarn. She doesn't chew on it. She just takes it out of its label. I'm not kidding. And puts it in a little circle. Like, she undoes it, puts it in a little circle, and curls up on it and sleeps. And I've given up. I can't let her have it because I'm afraid she will chew on it and eat it at some point in time, but It's because she's trying to make a nest because she still thinks she's an outdoor kitty, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah, show and tell is up. Please make sure you head over there and get something good in there. So that's the Zuzu story. Let's see. Gracie. Gracie. That one is hers. And it's always the same skeiny yarn. It just blows my mind. I have this one piece of hair that is straight. And it's just, it refuses to do what it's supposed to do. So it's all going back there. Let's see. Gracie. Do I have a mess story? Yes, I do, actually. When Gracie was a kitten, I've never had a cat do this either, and I was getting ready for a show one night. Gracie got into my makeup like a little kid does, and she put foundation all over herself. I'm not exaggerating. She had foundation all up on her white. I don't know if she like batted it down and then rolled in it or what she did. Wouldn't surprise me though, because when Gracie gets to go outside, the very first thing Gracie does is she finds a pile of dry dirt and rolls around in it and covers herself in dirt. It's like she's a dog, quite frankly. Zuzu has great taste. Con. Oh, Con. My little Conathan. Do I have a messy story about Con? I mean, Con's the one that if I don't clean the litter box out, he will let me know by peeing right in front of it. But do I have an actual messy story about Con? Such a great question. Gracie also eats butter and then gets it everywhere at night while we're sleeping. Oh, Con. I don't think I have any messy stories about Con. Con is my little problem child when it comes to scratching at things. So he likes to scratch at furniture because he knows it'll get him attention. He's the only kitty that does that. But I can't think of any particularly messy things that he's ever done. I mean, oh yeah, actually, that's not true. Con drinks water too fast. He will shove his whole head into the water fountain. We actually have a fancy fountain specifically because we were trying to get him to stop doing this, and it doesn't work. He will slam his whole head in the water, and you'll hear while he drinks as fast and hard as he can. And then when he's done drinking, and this happens at least once a week, and when he was younger, it happened much more often, he will then upchuck all the water. When we first got him and he was doing this, it freaked me out. I thought there was something wrong with him, and the vet was like, nope, some cats just don't know how to drink water. He's fine. So every now and then you hear burp, burp, burp. I'm like, oh man, and it's always water. And now, oh shit, I think he does it on purpose, because now at 5:30 in the morning, if I don't get up to feed him, because they get fed at 6, if I don't get up early like he wants me to, sometimes he will go drink water and come back in just to start making that noise, I'm pretty sure, so that I'll get up and feed him. I don't put it past him because he's also the one that used to knock furniture over to get me to get up. She's my Barbie girl. She is 100% my Barbie girl. I love her so much. She's my little diva. Yeah, what is that about the dirt? Likes to steal your yarn, apparently pull all the pin. Oh no. Took to litter box and she loves to sleep with me. She leaves my yarn alone, but the only thing she does is that it's cute. She follows me around in the house. That's so sweet, Marie. Okay, what are we doing with this main color? Let's find out. Okay. This main color. We're gonna knit the first row, it looks like. Which is pretty standard. What's my favorite animal? I mean, cats. I feel like that's a given. When I was a teenager and younger, snow leopards specifically, but it's always been cats. There's never been a time where kitty cats have not been my favorite animal. Even when we had a dog when I was a kid. And I loved our dog. We had an Australian Shepherd that was like 90 pounds. He was beefy. Very tall, pigeon-toed, super sweet, dumb as bricks. Your oldest cat, Johnny Blaze, loves to drink out of your bathtub, and he taught our youngest to turn the faucet on. That is adorable. They are like children sometimes. Gracie can open doors, so can Con. She does it more with brute force, like she will jump up and like push on the door and like wiggle the handle at the same time. Con has figured out door knobs, but it takes a lot of effort because he doesn't have an opposable thumb, but it's kind of scary to watch. She loves to find you and will run in front of you for her. Yep, that's super sweet. Yeah, cats are interesting. I mean, dogs are great too, don't get me wrong. Animals in general are just the coolest. My least favorite animal, not that you asked, are birds, in case anybody's wondering. It's not that I have anything against birds, they just hate me, so, you know, I steer clear. Nice beefy pigeon. Beefy pigeon-toed dog. But now I have a beefy pigeon stuck in my head, yep. Oopsie. Hold on one second. There we go. Do any of your cats lick the air when their hindquarters are scratched? No, Miriam, they do not. I mean, they do the thing where they stick out their hindquarters so that they can clean themselves, but I've never seen them lick the air. Hazel got to be so big. Hazel was like 22 pounds. She got to be so big that she couldn't clean her butt region unless she leaned up against a wall and put her weight against it so that she'd get her leg up in the air. It was, I shouldn't laugh, but it was funny. Loves to be in your lap only if you're crocheting. What a jerk. Wednesday was a stressful day here. Okay. Oh no. Stinky Kurt came home with a broken leg and got a positive. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Crochet Hooked. Especially geese. Right? Ugh. So, okay. When I was a teenager, I spent the night at a friend's house and she had this lovely bird that was a pet. I don't know what type it was. Don't ask me. The bird, and the bird's room was the guest room. When I went to bed, the bird was alive. When I woke up, the bird was dead on the bottom of the cage. I did not kill the bird. The bird died of old age. I'm pretty sure that that bird was like the emperor of all birds and that the birds have decided that I killed it. Because since that time, I have been shat on like 10 times randomly by birds. Once in the back seat of a moving vehicle through the sunroof while I was sitting between two other people. Once was twice in 2 days on my way to work. I did not go to work that day. And then there was one time when TK and I first moved to Salem, all of our family helped us move, right? We had his car, we had my Prius, we had their cars. We moved, we went to go get some barbecue. When we came out from the restaurant, geese had shat all over my car. Nobody else's car was hit. And there were cars on all sorts of sides of me, just my car. And can I tell you, if you've never been pooped on by a bird, now, I don't mean like one on your hand, but like a random flyby pooping, it hurts. It's not fun. It is painful. It was a frame job. Caw-caw, caw. Your cat Pearl would eat and drink with her paws. Oh, that's so sweet, Loon. Loon likes to knock everything inside over and Arrows drowns everything in their water. That's what I've been told, Deva, but I gotta tell you, I just keep getting pooped on. I don't get the luck. That's what everybody always tells me. Where's the luck, you guys? I guess you guys are the luck. Speaking of, you guys got 2 minutes until the next round of Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Okay, so next we're gonna knit one, knit front and back. This feels familiar. Like that. Then we're gonna L1, knit one 3 times. Oh, snizzle snap. My measuring tape is in the other room, so we're gonna use this to measure with. And hope that one of these is about the right size. I think, shit. We're gonna do it this way. Okay, so we're gonna knit front, knit this through the back. I thought the measuring tape was in here, and it's not. We're gonna call that 2.5 inches and pray that it's right. If it's not, we'll just go back and fix it later. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah? I mean, those look similar-ish. Yeah, those are fine. Those are fine. You say snizzle snap all the time? Matt! We can just be best snizzle snap friends. I don't know where I got it from. I'm sure I got it from school at some point in time. I also say the dumb stuff like for cereal, which drives TK up the wall. He hates that one. He hates it when I say cray cray. Or cool, cool, cool. He can't stand that one either. But he says groovy, so he has no room to speak. L1 knit one. We're going to do that 3 times. So here's the knit one. Here's another L1. Boop. We're going to use this guy over here as our source. Hope that works. That through the back. What is happening here? That did not work the way it was supposed to. Okay, this comes to the front. Yeah. Like so. Through the back. That's better. And then over the top to grandmother's house we go. Those look good to me. All the loops. Bird pooped on you when you're in Paris when you were under the Eiffel Tower. They root. Oh my gosh. Is that a Nightmare Before Christmas tumbler? It is. Please behold my tumbler from the Nightmare Before Christmas. This was a holiday gift from my DM. He got all of the DMs in the group gifts or drinks, which was really all of us because we've all DM'd at some point in time. And I got the Nightmare Before Christmas one because I'm the best. I'm sure they all thought theirs was the best too, so I really shouldn't say that. Takes notes on TK's least favorite vernacular. It was a holiday gift. I think he got it off Etsy, honestly. You guys, guess what? Someday I'll have to find my pictures of when I dressed up as Sally for Halloween. It was pretty freaking cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get our second contestant for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. It's time, my loves. It's time. Get all the boring legal stuff out of the way. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, my loves. The more likes we have, the more likely we are to be in somebody else's feed. So just hit it real quickly. Who's our winner going to be? Trina. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. You are our second contestant on the Wheel of Goodies tonight. Let's get right on over to that wheel.
Goodbye.
Why does it keep doing that? It's the weirdest thing. There it is. Hello, wheel. I don't know what's up with you tonight, but just stop with it. Okay, Trina, my dear. This is for Trina W73, by the way. We're going to go ahead and spin this. You guys know what's on here. We've gone over it. We're good. Let's just push that button. It is you. You've got to be kidding me. What?
Game over.
It's bound to happen at some point in time. We've had so many wins lately, but still, wheel, come on. 2 in a row? Not cool. Get out of here.
See you later, alligator.
Goodbye. Okay, I am so sorry about that, but Trina, thank you for being a subscriber. We're thrilled to have you here with us. You're still eligible to play again, my dear. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes it's the way it goes.
It's time to stretch.
Ooh, it is time to stretch. Look at that kitty stretch it out. That's the way to do it, kitty cat. Okay. So what have I been doing today? I get up, it's 6 in the morning, I feed the cats, I go out in the garden, I'm going to trim any of the plants, I trim them, I water them, blah, 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 and then I start work. So there's a lot of this, and 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 a whole bunch of this. So we're gonna work out our shoulders and our back and our arms. Let's just start by rolling our shoulders back. Just like this. You know. So rotate those shoulders back. Try not to move the rest of your body. Like I'm moving my whole upper torso, which is probably not what I want to do, but I'm pretty stiff right now. And then we're going to go ahead and move them forward, like so. And you should feel this up in here. You should feel it in your clavicle, like your shoulder blades, all of that. It should actually kind of feel like you're warming stuff up. The bird's got the wheel. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and take our chin, and we're going to come all the way to one side, like so. Just stretch our neck out. Breathe in. And when you exhale, go ahead and try to go a little further. And come back to the center. Let's go ahead and go the other way. Oh, hello, Poppy Pops. A little further back, just like that. Oh, that feels nice. And then we'll go ahead and release it again. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and extend one hand out and bring it across our body like so. Don't be sorry, it's making it for all the blinkies lately. It really is. When you stretch your arm over like this, make sure the hand you're stretching, like splay those fingers out and really, really just grasp for stuff. Hi, Lizette, how are ya? And then go ahead and release that one. You can kind of rotate that shoulder again if you want to. We're going to bring our hand out and bring it across like so. You can see I can fully do this arm now, which is great. And it's because I've been doing my stretches and because I rested this arm like I was supposed to. You can feel this one in your shoulder, in your elbow, in your back. It's really an amazing stretch. And then if you have the room and the capability, go ahead and bring one hand over the top like so. Right? It's kind of hard for me to do this because I have all this equipment on, but we can go ahead and try. It's also much easier for me to do this when I'm sitting. I mean standing, rather. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead and bring our hand forward again, and we're going to pull on those fingers. You're stretching your hand and your forearm. I'm glad my internet's working too. Oh my gosh. TK, I don't know what he did, but he did something, and now it's just beautiful. You guys, we don't have a lot in show and tell tonight. Let's get that filled up. It's Friday night. Let's party with some show and tell. I need to see what you guys have been working on all week. We're going to do the other one. Oh, it feels so good. Okay. Rotate your wrists a little bit. When you rotate your wrists, I like to put my thumbs out like I'm a hitchhiker, right? And then we're going to go the other way. I don't know why I like to put my thumbs out, but for me, it helps give me some control over it. So just a quick reminder while we're doing this that we are dropping the blue box set on May 26th for our patrons. It's a week from today. We'll go ahead and pull our hands back, stretching this part of our wrist. And that if you are a patron, the polls for the patron-exclusive colorways in both those box sets, those polls close tonight at midnight, so make sure you head over there and vote. Last I looked, the Doctor-inspired colorway that is in the lead is the David Tennant colorway, so number 10. And then the Enemies and Allies colorway is Captain Jack Harkness. That was the last time I looked. That's okay, Matt. We don't mind if we see something you've already posted before. Friday Night Live should be PJ's Snacks and PJ and Snacks night. Oh, that's a good idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Whew, I love PJs. We used to do that on Sunday shows. Okay, let's go ahead and go to our overhead camera. And let's go ahead and stretch out those fingers. Hello, fingers. How are you? We're just going to rotate those slowly, starting with our thumbs. Make sure you sit up straight while you do this. Super important. The bird's got the wheel. I just saw that. Oh, man. What's your guys' favorite stretch? Let me know all about what your favorite stretch is. I'd love to hear about it. I'm going to do our middle fingers. And then the other way. And we're going to do our ring fingers, which both have rings on them. And then the other way. Do you know what's great about this time of year? I'm going to get out of the show and it's still going to have daylight outside. I'll still be able to go work in my garden if I want to. Who knew? We had irises come up. I cut some roses this morning to put in our living room. They look beautiful. Yeah, it's weird. This whole entire having a full backyard garden is kind of cool. Miss Game Streams, would love to see you do some Luigi's Mansion or try Tears of... Oh my gosh, if I try Tears of the Kingdom, does that mean Boss Kitty can buy me a copy of it? I think I could do a Tears of the Kingdom one once I have it. I don't own it right now, obviously. I never finished the last Zelda game. I love Zelda so much, you guys. Seriously. It's always been my favorite video game. You can ask TK. It's really the only game. I mean, I get excited. I used to get excited about like WoW and all the Elder Scroll games. And I still do from time to time, but Zelda will always be close to my heart. Any type of Zelda game. Including Link. That second one that came out. Hot mess. But it was good. Still fun. Okay, so we've done that 3 times. Knit front back. And then L1 knit one again. Yeah? Is that right? Knit front. It is. So we'll bring this to the front. Like so. You love stretching your hips. You sit and put the soles of your feet together. I love stretching my hips too. It might be my favorite stretch. I think I'm there with you on that one. It feels so good to stretch your hips. I love stretching my hips. I love stretching my lower back. But my hips are way up there for sure. I think we all feel that way because our hips just get so freaking tight. It's such a strange thing to have get so tight too. Okay. I think those look pretty good. I mean, that one's a little bit long, but that's okay. WoW has such a special place in my heart. I used to play WoW all the time when I was in my early 20s. I used to play, my boyfriend at the time and we would play in the same room. We'd both be on different computers. One year for Valentine's Day, the Willamette Weekly is a newspaper based in Oregon, Portland specifically, where you can, it's free, it doesn't cost anything. But they had a missed connections area. It's not really personal. It's if you saw somebody and didn't quite catch their name or get their phone number or something like that, you could post in the Willamette Weekly trying to find them. And so for Valentine's Day one year, I posted a missed connection between my then boyfriend, ex now obviously, his gnome magic user. No, was it a gnome magic user? Was it a troll? I don't remember. And whatever my character was, I don't remember that either. But I basically posted it as my character looking for his character. He did not think it was nearly as sweet or funny as I and the rest of the world thought. So, you know, there's that. I still game with his aunt and his uncle. And when I told his aunt about it, she's like, oh my God, that's the cutest thing I've ever heard. The nerd in you wanted that life. You love Iris too. You have a tattoo, a purple one on your ribs. Oh my gosh, Miriam, that sounds beautiful. You don't like the fast-paced ones like Mario, and you didn't have any gameplay as a kid or now. So I have a Switch that TK got me for the holidays years ago, and he has a PS5. I don't play nearly as often as I thought I was going to, and I feel bad sometimes. Like I need to get the Switch out and play, but I'm always busy doing other stuff. And they have a knitting in it as a mod in Sims 3. I love Sims to a degree. Like, I love the idea of Sims, and I will play Sims for a few days and be really hyper-fixated on it. ADD. And then I'll just start to torture them because I get bored. Your sister met her first... I think a lot of people meet their significant others throughout WoW. I hear about that a lot. That's not a bad thing. I'm not judging by any means. I mean, technically, I met TK through a website. OkCupid, actually. I'm sure he's thrilled that I just told the whole world that. That's okay. Most people meet those in that particular way anymore. You don't meet in bars. You don't meet at coffee shops. That's not a thing that happens anymore. And quite frankly, in a lot of situations, that's dangerous. Let's see. Okay, so it's knit one, loop one, 6 times. I play a small role in the lead up to you breaking up with your fiancé that you didn't marry, but now he's married to our former guild leader's sister, so it worked out for both of us. I would say it did. I mean, you're happy, he's happy, right? Oopsies. You micromanage your Sims to the point where it became unenjoyable. You have to, right? Like, that's how that works. You love Tetris, Dr. Mario, and word games like Scrabble. I love Dr. Mario so much. Does anybody here remember on the original NES system a game called... I don't know why I just said NES system. Does anybody here remember a game called Swords and Serpents? I think we've talked about this before when we dropped the 8-bit box set. It was kind of it's a dungeon crawler game. It was really old. My parents used to play that game all the time. It was very heavily influenced by D&D, obviously. But it was because it was old, like this really old game. It was like all that kind of bright green color and black. and you would go through this dungeon, and you didn't have a map, so you're kind of going around blind, and like stuff would pop down and attack you. It scared the crap out of me. Like these big spiders would pop down. They weren't actually spiders. It was like, you know, 8-bit spiders, and but it freaked me out. So my parents would stay up all night playing that game. My dad would run the controller, and my mom would have grid map out, right? Like for D&D, and she would draw out the map so that they could remember which way they needed to go. That's a deep cut. They loved that game. I was fascinated by it. Every now and then, Laura. How are you, Miss Laura? How is life treating you? I miss your face around here. There, and then we'll do another one. You met yours in AA. I also saw his profile on Plenty of Fish before we started dating, but didn't mention it to him. Haha! A friend's house just before COVID. That works, Marie. Website before WoW. Love it. Dating 30s is so freaking weird. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Dating in general is exhausting. Oh man. Even just trying to set up a date with your significant other of 11 plus years is exhausting. Oh wait, TK and I have been together longer than that at this point. If I'm 40, we've been together like 12 years at this point. That blows my mind, honestly. I was like, I was 28 when we started dating. Wait a second. You've been playing way too much Tetris since the Game Boy game came out on Nintendo Switch. Oh, I bet. Lisa Frank, aesthetic soulmate. Okay, let's double check the time. You guys have about 10 minutes or so until our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up. So make sure that you have subscribed and that you are chatting it up with us, my loves. And hit that like button, please, please, please. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, now's a great time to do that. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I can taste it in the air. And it's almost more torture than not being able to taste it at all. So help us reach that goal. You're going on your 5th anniversary. It feels like a year. Yeah, it just flies by, right? Back from a tour, getting your house ready to go on the market. Oh my gosh. You feel like you haven't slept in 2 months. It sounds like you haven't slept in 2 months. You met your husband in college class. So you went on a 2-week-long field trip, and he won your heart with his fishing vest full of trail mix. That's the cutest thing in the whole world. Everybody should have a sweet little sentimental story like that. So TK and I, we went on our 2nd date, and we went to downtown Portland, and they had a zombie pub crawl going. It's a real thing. Look it up. And neither of us dressed as a zombie, and we had no intention of drinking, but we wanted to like follow the pub crawl just to see how drunk zombie-like these people got. Well, we missed it entirely, but that's fine. He's like, well, let's just walk around downtown. I said, sure. We get to the first intersection. Neither of us are very good at making decisions. He goes, what way do you want to go? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, just pick a direction. And so I, being the smart, intelligent, logical person, go shuffling through my bag, grab my bag of dice that are always in my purse, mind you, and I pull out a 4-sider, and I said, okay, 1 we go left, 2 we go forward, 3 we go right, 4 we go backwards. And he's like, do you have dice in your purse? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why? And I go, because if you ever need to just start up a game, you have to have dice. It's the one thing you need. And I proceeded to roll the D4. And that is how we roamed downtown Portland for like 3 hours, was with me and my D4. So there's my cute little adorable story with TK. Casey, thank you for stopping by. We're so thrilled to see you. Have a great weekend. Big ups for Guy with snacks. Seriously. With a dirty joke. Oh, congratulations, Anastasia. You can taste the subscribers. Nom, 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 nom. Many hours of Mortal Kombat and Sega and GoldenEye and Smash Brothers. Nice, nice. You guys were best friends before you started dating. Technically met your husband in a strip club that was also a rock metal club. That is phenomenal. That beats out everything else. I agree. Tired from a day of local yarn shop touring. That is a good thing to be exhausted from. Thank you, Yarn Pirate. It was a lot of fun. I miss our little adventures like that. Now our adventures are a little more boring. It's let's go get plants for our yard, or let's get a new couch, whatever it is for the stupid freaking house. I don't like being a grown-up, you guys. Sometimes it kind of sucks. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but where's the adventure? There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and do our purl row. So you guys really want to make sure you're here all next week, because I'm going to be dropping colorways for the Doctor Who box set all week long. If you want to see them, you're going to want to be here so we can show them off to you. Plant shopping is an adventure. It really is. 20 years in your bedroom. That sounds like a story right there. Roxanne thinks it turned out to be. Love them all. Oh, that's so sweet. You have a D20 in your bag for major life. Thank you, Emily. This is important. Yeah, it's really important. Now I have my throwaway dice in my purse. I have my good dice in my laptop bag, because that's what I take with me when I game. So, you know. And by my good dice, I mean like a bazillion dice in a bag. Because you have different sets for different characters. It's very important. Use the dice to decide the plants. I can't. That doesn't work that way, because if they don't work... I'm in a sunshiny area and I use dice to decide the plants and it's a shade only. I can't be like, well, your fate has been sealed. You're going to die in this hot-ass spot that I'm sticking you. Thank you. You guys are my kind of people. Okay, so what's the next row after that one? Okay, knit 2, L1, knit 1, 5 times. L1. Perfect. And except for I split my yarn there. That's better. Knit 1, and we're going to do this 5 times. Just like that. Remember to do that stitch that goes over the top to secure it. I think that's looking pretty good. These might be a little shorter than I want them to be. No, I think they're fine. You are oh, thank you, Matt. Bonuses do you apply to your rolls? That is Roxanne's question is a great question. Are used to decide life or death. Exactly, Elizabeth. You have a resin dice mold and make your husband D20s for him. He keeps losing them, so you made one with an explicit "don't lose me" note. Emily, that's so good. So we have a 3D resin printer, and I need to order a file, an STL file, so that I can print dice, and then TK can use those as the master set. The master set. And then on Craft Hole, the plan is that he's going to go ahead and make molds for them so that he can make me dice. That was always the plan. It just never panned out. Just straight rolls. I was 19, he was 27, you're 40 now. And it worked out just fine. You could sort the dice by shade in full sunlight. Oh, that's a good idea, Carrie. Your Fitbit Versa 2 has a D100, so does mine! My Fitbit totally has a app on it for rolling dice, just in case I don't have them on me. These are sad but true things, guys. I'm not making it up. My mom looked at me the other day. She's like, do you think you game too much? And I was like, nope, I don't. I really don't. I think that it keeps me sane. She's like, but I was like, how often do you see your friends? And she's like, well, but that's different. I'm like, it's not any different. We just do the same thing. And he's going to make me some crochet. Oh, that'll be amazing. I have not, but I love that you both said that back to back. So now we can think about doing that. That's not a bad idea. You need to put dice in your purse. You're a Libra and you have a hard time making decisions. Maybe dice, they will definitely help. And sometimes they will make things worse and you can just blame the dice. Not that I'm telling you not to take responsibility for your actions, but you know, the 12-year-old in me is most certainly saying that. Go. It's a hobby, not an addiction. Exactly. Okay. Oh, that one got a little short. That's okay. Not all the hairs on our little chin-chins are all the same length. That's perfectly fine. Nothing has to be the exact same. It's okay, BK. Just let it be. And then am I supposed to knit two at the end? Nope. Wait. Yes. Basically, yes. Okay. There we go. There's his little chinny chin-chin. I think it's coming along just fine. Keep your mini dice in your purse. You went to Las Vegas years ago and bought dice with your name on them. Ooh, that's very fancy. The little D6s. The dice just said he had to die. You haven't been successful yet. It's a hard thing to get them to try. I mean, we got TK to try crochet and he was good at it. I don't think he's picked up a hook since, though. Part of it, I have found, is that the people I'm around, if they don't already knit or crochet, they're like, well, you knit or crochet, so you can just make stuff for me. It's not how that works. I know, I want personalized dice too. I do have a D20 that has my character's name on it as the natural 20. It was gifted to me by Wisdom Queen for the holidays one year. Same time that she gifted us those D6s that explode all the time. But that D20 is the devil. It's terrible. It never rolls any higher than a 10. Which sucks because it's also a gemstone D20. It's like really fancy. Well, now I'm jealous and I want to be a Libra too. And I'm not. We did the 5. Now we're going to do the 6 again. This is kind of boring. It's just back and forth and back and forth. Come on. My attention span doesn't have the energy for this. That one comes right in there. Slide over there. And then we'll do it again. It's because we don't have to put the eyes or anything on this side. And there's no shaping really. So it's pretty straightforward. Back, just like that. So how many of you patrons are going to be here for the early release party next Friday? Give me some hype. I want to see who's going to be here. Your kid is a Libra and it's constant. I don't know. What do you want? That's adorable, Crochet. Hola, how are you, Maritza? What is a triple Taurus? I am the worst Capricorn known to mankind. I am not organized. I do not have my shit together. I can be bossy. I'll give it that. I can be bossy. I can get my boss on real hard sometimes. Yeah, check it. Because it doesn't work very well if you're not an organized person. That's okay, Eska. Camping is lots of fun. You have fried Friday brain right now. That's okay, too. All the hype, Matt. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. It's your first one. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. This box set has kind of creeped up on me. Honestly, I mean, I know part of it's because of the house buying and stuff. Normally, I have it well more organized than this. Like, we're ready to go. I'm not dyeing yarn still. Like, the Toil and Trouble set, I was out the door with it. We were good to go. So, this will be interesting, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of great ideas. You guys and your hype on it is also really helpful. Like, it's inspiring. I got a busy week ahead of me. And that one up there, like so. For the release party, yes. Will the VOD be available? Absolutely, Eska. For sure. Yeah, you guys will definitely be able to see that. I'm going to be honest, currently at least, I don't have any costumes for this because this is a hard one. There's so many different characters. Coming up with a costume kind of felt impossible. I might throw something together. It'll be silly, whatever it is, but we'll see what I can do. We might use the green screen too, honestly. It makes sense for what we're doing. Okay. Do you guys know what time it is? That is right. It's time for our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. What? Let's do this, my loves. Our final round. Let's get the boring stuff out. Figure out who that winner is going to be. Love crab, so it fits. I love it. Marie. I don't think you're on my list, my dear. You are not. Therefore, you are our final contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. Congratulations. Let's get that wheel up for you. Watch it say goodnight to me again. Oh, look at that. It worked. Okay, Marie, you know how this game works. I'm going to spin the wheel and hopefully we get something other than game over tonight. Let's find out. Oh my god, you freaking kidding me?
Game over.
Boo! It happens. It certainly does happen. Maria, I'm so sorry, but thank you for being here consistently on the reg. We love hanging out with you and with Wednesday, and we love having you be part of the BK family. So thank you so much for that, and once again, for supporting us with your subscriber, with being a subscriber, and you are eligible to play again on Monday. Get out of here, Wheel. You jerk, you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, and we do appreciate all of our subscribers as well as our patrons. So if you haven't heard, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/bosskitty. There are 3 different levels, and you rock stars help make this shit show run the way it does. And we like to give back to you guys in thanks for all of that. So as an example, that blue box set, which is 2 box sets for Doctor Who inspired yarn that drop on May 26th, they drop specifically for our patrons on May 26th. They drop for everybody else 48 hours later on the 28th. But if you're a patron, you get to go to an early release party. You get to have access to those colorways in advance. You get access to 2 additional exclusive Patreon colorways that you get to vote for. Voting for those closes tonight at midnight. So if you want to be a part of that, head on over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up today so that you can still be a part of all of that good junk. On top of that, we do other stuff. You guys have free or early access to grab bags, which is huge. Flash sales, free shipping for some of those levels. You guys get tote bags, you get stickers, you get me singing and making a fool out of myself. And when we hit 75 subscribers, which we're less than 10 away from, TK will do a bunch of haikus. So thank you once again to all of our patrons. And hopefully, if you're not a patron, we'll see you there soon. And with that, my loves, let's pop our show and tell up real quickly. Oh, it looks like we got some good stuff in here.
Time to clean up.
It's time for show and tell.
Yay!
Okay, we're going to start with Elizabeth 84. January through May Stitch and Scream Square. Thank you. I wanted to see all of these. They're beautiful. I love the color scheme you've got going on with these. I cannot wait to see them all stitched together. It's going to look really, really cool. What I'm liking about these is that the stitches that she has you guys doing, they're different, but they're not so different that it's blocky. It's very subtle. I think it's going to look really beautiful. And then this is your current project. It looks like you're working on a sock in Buttons and Bravery, which makes me very happy. Ah, it's such a cute sock too. So I think we're doing socks for our spring and summer make-along, and I will get those up 1st of June. Once all of the blue box set craziness is done, we'll get those up for you guys to vote on. Crochet Mom, first is my yarn order. I got all 3 skeins for $13. Hot damn. Next up is the shawl that I'm working on with the yarn from our last show and tell. Very cool. And here is Stinky Kurt, my sweet baby who came home Wednesday with a broken leg that can't be fixed. He's a permanent indoor only cat from now on. Awesome on the yarn. It's beautiful and it's perfect summer colors. The shawl is gorgeous. I knew those colors were going to look so good together, and they are not disappointing. And poor, poor baby boy. Oh, well, I'm very sad that he has hurt his leg permanently, but I'm very, very happy and relieved that he has such a wonderful place that he can be safe and be an indoor kitty now, and that you will take care of him. He looks like he needs all the love he can get. Some of my love. Oh, poor kitty. Miriam, a chevron that has been my white whale, my painting of flowers, don't know what kind of flowers, and a nearly completed bag. Oh, the white whale of fiber arts. It does happen. Yours is beautiful. And I kind of enjoy those types of projects, right? Like you put them down for a while, you come back to them. This is stunning. You're going to love it when it's done. Also stunning. I don't know what type of flowers they are. They kind of look like lilacs, maybe. I know they're a little darker than lilacs, but I've seen both those colors in lilacs. That's what they remind me of. I do like that you have two variations of the same flower here, and then you also have the sky or the background. It's two different colors or variations. I think that's really neat. And this bag is adorable. Are you going to line it when it's done? I just watched a tutorial on lining granny square bags. I'm really digging the colors that you used for this too. Emma, blanket update. I added the stitch marker after Monday's live. This is my progress since then. I kind of slacked off a bit with how busy the week has been. That's not slacking off. That is insane and amazing, and you should be very proud of yourself. That is a lot of work, girl. Oh my gosh. Have some confetti. Yeah, seriously. Megan decided to make a little frog sculpture post-finals for serotonin. As you should. He's so cute. I love him and his little mushroom. Oh, and his warts. His warts are the best part. Helped my dad replace parts on Daddy's car. Oh, it's so sweet. I have no idea how to work on my car. I changed the battery, actually. I did change the battery in my Prius. And my new Converse that I am now in love with. Oh my God. They're so cute. I love the lavender color. That's great. The flowers on the sides are really adorable. I need a new pair of cons. Mine are destroyed. I have a love-hate relationship with cons. Dawn, 100-day project, day 87 granny squares. Yellow and white boucle blanket knitted on the Addie and crocheted pom-poms. I gifted it to my neighbor who gave me the yarn. Thank you for letting me share it. Enjoy the weekend, everyone. These are so amazing. The skulls are still my favorite part. I can't wait to see all these put together, though. It's going to be so cool looking. And then this is super, super cute. I love that type of boucle yarn where it's got those little nubbies on it. They're just so warm and snuggly. I have a whole wrap made out of those. I love the yellow and white on this too, and I hope that your neighbor enjoys it. Lilacs in bloom today. It has been really smoky here for the last few days. Finally decided to clear up. Freya, Thor, and Valley watching the Squirrel TV together earlier this week. Oh, those are beautiful, Bubbles. And I'm so happy that Freya's getting along with the boys. That's good. That's fantastic. Samantha, here's my whale. Super cute. I love the little red eye on it. And here's my plane. I'm a fan of the red tip on this one too. Deva, finished this cardigan. Love how soft it is. Okay, I love how chaotic it is. I am in love with the fact that you have half stripe, half solid. That is so flipping cool. Was the pattern supposed to be like that, or were you like, fuck it, this is how I'm doing it? It also looks adorable on you. I'm jealous of this cardigan, though. Lillian Chan, I've gotten an early start on some Hexie cardigans for Christmas presents. Yes, excellent. Here's a photo of my cat, Milo, all cozy, and 2 kittens that my neighbor brought in because she takes care of their feral mom. This is so pretty. And what a great color for a holiday gift, because it's going to be nice and bright, right? In the dreary days of winter. Oh, look at those paws. Those little murder mittens making biscuits. Sweet kittens. TK, we need another kitten. It has to happen now. Look at those kittens. They're so cute. That cardigan is so good, isn't it, Emily? Oh, Samantha, I love the horse. Matt, my first ever sweater. It's way too big. That's usually the way that works. But congratulations, Matt. A really fun silk merino bamboo spin. 18 WP on chain ply. Thinnest yarn spun yet. Congrats. And cute bunnies made baby bunnies. Here are some. Oh my gosh, this still looks cozy though. Hey, I know that person in the polka dot there. Crazy. This is beautiful. Congratulations. You should be very proud of this. And look at those sweet little babies. They're so tiny. Oh my heart. What kind of bunnies are they? Skittles, an alien I made this week. Banana split boba. Oh my god, now I need boba. And Floyd coming down from the zoomies. This alien is too cute. I love the antennas, the way you just wrapped the yarn up there, and the little bow tie. And this looks delicious. Is that an edible straw? What the fuck? So tasty. Oh, Floyd, you look crazy even when you're coming down. You're so cute. I'm going to steal your cat. It's just going to happen. The pattern was written like that, David. It's amazing. Knit and Craft, I won my team in Sock Madness with these socks. I am 1 in 26 heading to the finals. Congratulations. Knit and Craft, that's so exciting. And they're beautiful. Oh my gosh. My mind is blown. Also, I love your little bumblebee. Carmen, I've been working on a bluegrass shawl this week, and my wife and I finished a Critical Role puzzle. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love all the colors in there. Yay for the puzzle. It makes me so happy. Look at all those Vox Machina crew. They're so great. How do you feel about what they're doing with the new campaign? I shouldn't even call it new anymore. With the split that's going on, I don't know how I feel about it. Loon, painting that I did because I was bored the first time painting a face. Also, that ketchup on her face. That's ketchup on her face. I love it. I like her sleepy eyes. That's my favorite part. 2 is picnic blanket styled, picnic styled blanket. Love it with the checkers on it. Very cute. I like the colors you're using too because they're not typical picnic style colors. 3 is yarn I want to make into a knitted cardigan. They will be squares. Ignore the yarn barf. I don't like it either. Hope you have a good day or night. Thank you. That's okay. I like yarn barf. I think there's something chaotically beautiful about it. This will be a really pretty cardigan though, and have both a good day and night, my dear. San Diego. Local yarn shop tour haul. Not too much this year, saving for the box set. But I did win a door prize at my home store and got this nifty tote bag filled with goodies. This is still pretty cool though. Ooh, this color right here is delicious. And the tote is so cute. Oh, we had a lot of goodies in there. Damn, that's awesome. You haven't caught up after the split yet. Okay, then I won't say anything. Yarn barf is inevitable. I agree. The Bun Buns started knitting again and now spinning too. Love the hat. It's super cute. And this picture is freaking great. How are you enjoying spinning? Do you like it? I'm not a drop spindle girl, but I love spinning, and I'm so excited to share that craft with other people. Gothic Hippie is starting a little tiny shawl, and look, it's in purple and pink, you guys. Here, you get confetti because you haven't had anything in here in a few months. I love it. It looks so good. Yarn Pirate started a basket at the beginning of the stream, and it is so chunky. I love chunky patterns, right? Like projects, because they just go so fast. It's so just gratifying. I also love the colors on this. Michaela, teacher gift keychains and a shawl you're working on. There we go. The shawl is beautiful. I love this really pale blue color with the gray. It reminds me of the ocean. And the keychains are really cute. I like the hearts on them. Oh, those are so wonderful. Due to sudden onset yarn barf, it happens. It really does. You guys are so talented and wonderful. Thank you all for adjusting your schedules and hanging out with me tonight. I know it wasn't our full crew, and that is totally fine. Maybe we got some new people in here. If you are one of those new people, wow, we love you. Welcome. We hope to see you again soon. We will be back on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time right here, and I will have the very first reveal of our blue box set. So you're going to want to be here to see that. That's super exciting, right? We're going to show off colors all through the week. We will not show all of them off, though. That will be revealed for our patrons on Friday during the early release party, which will start at 7 p.m. Pacific time here. And then the following Monday, we'll show them off to all of you. I mean, you guys will be able to see the pictures and everything, but we'll show them off to you guys at that point in time. So we'll be here at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time this Monday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then if you're a patron, on Friday at 7 p.m., we will do the early release party of the blue box set. It's available for 48 hours to our patrons, and then it'll be available to the public at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time on Sunday the 28th. Just keep all of that in mind. If you want to sign up to be a patron, you only have to be a patron during the box set shenanigans, right? In order to get that early release and all of that. So head on over to patreon.com/bosskitty, sign up. Maybe you'll decide you really love it. Our lowest level is $5 a month. That's great. Gracie's gang. So feel free. You get access to almost everything on the site. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and do something really spectacular. I'll tell you all about our beach shenanigans on Monday. So until then, do something fine and wonderful for yourselves. And as always, happy crafting. Good night, you guys.